In the village of Okawu, people say the moon used to speak but only to the lonely. And no one was lonelier than Ifayemi, a 12-year-old boy with eyes like quiet rivers and a heart heavy with unspoken wishes. His mother, Adebisi, once a dancer in the Osun festival, now swept the floors of strangers for coins. His father, Baba Kalechi, was a palm wine tapper who vanished one rainy night and never returned. The village elders whispered he was taken by the forest spirits. Others said poverty drove him mad. Ifayemi didn't care anymore. He wandered the earth barefoot, carrying his late father's broken calabash and a slingshot he never used. Every night he sat on a rock by the river and spoke to the moon, asking questions no one else would answer. Why did my father leave? Why does Mama cry at night? Is hunger a curse or a test? And every night the moon would listen. One evening, under the weight of a hunger too heavy for a child to bear, Ifayemi made a vow. He stood under the moon and said, "If I give you my voice, will you give Mama peace?" The wind stirred, the trees shivered, and in the silence that followed, his voice was gone. The next morning, he was different. He no longer spoke, not to his mother, not to the children who teased him, not to the goat he used to feed from his palm. But every night, he still walked to the river and stared at the moon. Weeks passed. One day, the village was hit by a deep drought. No water, no rain, crops died, children fell sick. Then one night, the moon turned red, a crack echoed through the sky. The villagers ran to the river and found Ifayemi floating there, still, like a leaf, eyes open, lips sealed. He had drowned. But as the village wept, rain began to fall for the first time in months. A miracle? Maybe. Or maybe the moon had accepted his sacrifice. From that day on, the rock by the river was called Oku Ifayemi, the place of the boy who gave his voice. Moral of the story: even the smallest soul can touch the heavens, but a nation that ignores its children will be forced to mourn their silence.